Al and Deborah have always seemed unshakable. While Al brought warmth, humor, and familiarity to millions of viewers each morning, Deborah stood as his equal, poised, intelligent, and deeply respected in her own right. As a veteran journalist and respected ABC News correspondent, she spent decades telling other people's stories with compassion and grace. Together, they've built a life rooted not in fame, but in shared values, family, resilience, and an unwavering love that has carried them through triumphs and trials alike. Yet, behind their inspiring smiles and graceful presence on camera, the couple has quietly been facing a season of emotional turbulence that many never saw coming. Over the past few years, both Al and Deborah have been stretched thin by demanding careers, health challenges, and family responsibilities. While they've always stood strong for each other, insiders say that lately, the pressures of balancing everything from early morning shows to late-night deadlines have begun to take their toll. And now, Deborah's recent farewell to a chapter of her professional life has made the emotional strain between them impossible to ignore. It all began when Deborah announced she would be stepping away from several of her long-standing projects at ABC to focus on something more personal: her home, her family, and most of all, her husband's health and well-being. The decision came as a surprise to many of her colleagues, who have long admired her professionalism, drive, and ability to do it all. But for those who know Deborah well, the move was an act of love and courage. At a private farewell gathering held at ABC headquarters, Deborah's speech left the room in silence. According to those in attendance, she spoke with raw honesty about what it means to chase purpose and success, only to realize that life's truest calling often begins at home. Her voice trembled slightly as she thanked her colleagues and friends, not for their achievements, but for their humanity. And in her final moments at the podium, she shared a line that brought many to tears. "Sometimes, to protect what you love most, you have to let go of what has defined you." That one sentence seemed to hang in the air long after she stepped down. Everyone knew she wasn't just talking about journalism, she was talking about Al. In recent years, Al has faced serious health challenges that left fans across the country deeply concerned. Through hospital stays and recoveries, Deborah was there every single day, at his bedside, holding his hand, keeping faith when others might have faltered. Her love was unwavering, but those close to her say the emotional weight of it all began to catch up with her. When word of Deborah's emotional farewell reached Al, he was reportedly moved to tears. He had known she was considering scaling back her workload, but he hadn't realized she had already made the decision or that it had been such a deeply personal sacrifice. Within hours, Al cleared his own schedule and arranged a quiet dinner for the two of them at home. According to a close family friend, the moment was one of quiet reflection. Deborah reportedly told him, "I just want to be present, not for the cameras, but for you." And Al, ever the steady and loving husband, simply took her hand and said, "You already are." Those who know them say that moment was a turning point. For years, they've both given so much of themselves to their work, their audience, and their community. But now, it seems they're learning to give back to each other in the simplest, most human way. Al has spoken often about gratitude, for life, for health, for family. But lately, friends say he's been more introspective than ever. He's realizing that no accolade or achievement compares to waking up beside the person who's been by your side through every storm. While the public often sees Al and Deborah's success, insiders revealed that their relationship has had its share of challenges: distance, exhaustion, and the heavy weight of public life. But Deborah's decision to step back has brought them both a new sense of peace. She's learned that stepping away doesn't mean stepping down, it means stepping toward what truly matters. And for Al, it's a lesson in gratitude all over again. In a recent interview, Al spoke candidly about life after his health scare. He said, "When you've been through something like that, you realize what's really important. You don't take time or the people you love for granted anymore." That honesty struck a chord with many. It's easy to forget that even those we see on television every day, those smiling faces that start our mornings, are also carrying their own stories of struggle and resilience. At a charity event the couple attended just weeks after Deborah's announcement, the emotion between them was unmistakable. They arrived hand in hand, exchanging quiet smiles. When Al took the stage to speak, he paused, looked toward Deborah, and said softly, "Sometimes life forces you to slow down, not because you want to, but because you need to see what's right in front of you. Deborah, thank you for reminding me." The room fell silent. Some in the audience were visibly moved as Deborah smiled, tears glistening in her eyes. It wasn't a moment for cameras. It was a moment of truth. Their story is one of love that endures not because it's easy, but because it's chosen, day after day, through joy and pain, sickness and health, spotlight and stillness. Whether this marks a new chapter or simply a quieter and gentler phase of their lives together, one thing is certain. Al and Deborah's bond continues to inspire millions. Their journey is a reminder that love isn't about perfection, it's about presence. In a world obsessed with doing more, being more, achieving more, Deborah's choice to simply be is a lesson in grace. And Al's gratitude, his unshakable optimism, even in the face of adversity, reminds us all that the most important weather forecast isn't about sunshine or rain, it's about the climate of the heart. As the couple moves forward, hand in hand, many are left wondering, is this the start of a new beginning for Al and Deborah, or the gentle close of a chapter long written in love and resilience? What do you think of Deborah Roberts' emotional farewell and Al Roker's touching response? Do you believe this marks a fresh beginning for the couple or a heartfelt turning point in their shared journey? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more heartfelt stories that remind us all of the enduring power of love, family, and grace.